spending a chunk of money on a good meal and you enjoy is a good spending. But spending on a pair of shoes that you never wear for 10 years, 20 years, or even 1 year during this kind of lockdown, it may not be a good return. So how do you Hi guys, welcome to this channel. My name is Brenda Yong, a licensed financial advisor by Bank Negara Securities Commission with UOB Kay Hian Advisor. I'm also a global master trainer for an education program that's called Well of Life series, for youth, women, and so on and so forth. Today I'm going to take you through some of the breakdown of the financial advice from the social media. So stay tuned and learn more.
I personally know a lot of people who make well over 6 figures and they're living paycheck to paycheck and have barely made a dent on their student loans. And it's because they haven't put together a plan for how much to save. It all comes down to setting a percentage of your income to the side. 20% is a good number to start with. And then continue to dedicate that amount even as you make more money. Better yet, pretend like you never got the raise to begin with and throw all your extra money at your debt or savings.
Savings. Is savings important? Yes, definitely savings is important. As a licensed advisor, I strongly and highly recommend savings. Now, there are 5-step process I would like you to know what savings is all about. First thing, you have to save first before you spend. Make a habit to say, okay, I save first before I spend. So that is an important point, number 1. Number 2, save in multiple assets. Account A give you a 3%, account B give you a 5%, account C give you a 10%. So saving in multiple assets is important as well. Now the third thing I want to take you through is saving and giving goes hand in hand together, because you save and you never give, or you enjoy yourself whatsoever, it can be a boring journey. What do you do? End of the day you save, 5 years later, 10 years later, you get what you need to get, but it's too slow. Life can be short as well. So save and give is a very important joint effort together. As you save, when you make some good money, you can actually give it away as well, because sometimes, as you know, when you enjoy a good meal with your friends, sharing is caring, and sometimes when you share rightly, the food tastes better, correct? So saving and sharing together is very important. The next one is how do you start saving? You start saving by the loose coins. If you are starting with a very small percentage, you can, before you go out from home, you can put 10 cents, 20 cents. Just start by throwing all the small coins into a piggy bank. That is also a form of savings. Now the next one, you can increase your savings by a simple of 5% to 10%. Every jump, give yourself a 5% break, which means you start saving 5% of your income, then the 10% of your income, and then 15% income and 20% of income. You go by a crescendo process. Then the next one is, there are many governmental strategies to help you to save, because saving is not a natural habit, and sometimes the government have to force us to save. Now in the global scene, there are 5 pillars of retirement and 5 pillars of saving. For Malaysia and Singapore, Asia, and so on and so forth, we have pillar number 1, which the government helps us to save. We call it the CPF, the EPF, or 401k, so on and so on. That is one part of savings. Now because that savings cannot sustain for a long time, so therefore, some government introduce private retirement scheme, which is a scheme to help us to save on top of what government asks us to save. Now, the third one is a private retirement scheme or a corporate retirement scheme, where the government, not the government, the company that you work with is able to create a structure that will give you the savings to buy a car, the savings to buy a house, or even some savings as you retire. That's the third pillar. Now, the fourth one is a global retirement pillar. Global retirement pillar means you stash away some of your cash into a global scene, and if you want to retire, you want to travel around the world or migrate around the world, you have a saving scheme which is offshore. Now before we go offshore, let me take back one more step. You can also have a personal savings plan. Savings for your business, savings for your yacht, saving for your next car, saving for any investment that you aspire to be in different currency, and so forth. So savings can come in multiple form, and savings can come in multiple seasons.
You don't have to stop spending money. I just need you to stop spending money on things that you don't care about. Money is meant to be saved. Yes, it's also meant to be spent. I don't want you depriving yourself of the things that bring you joy. So how do you establish the things that bring you joy? You use my technique called the 3 value categories. First thing we need to do is review our purchases. The Mint app is a great place to be able to track your purchases and see where the majority of your money is going. Next, we're going to decide on the 3 areas in our life that bring us the most joy and where we want the majority of our discretionary money to go. For instance, mine are travel, food out, and plants. That one's looking a little sad, but I promise there's more plants around. You get it. Then you're going to view your purchases through the lens of those value categories. Are you actually spending money on things that you like, or are you kind of wasting your money? It's your hard-earned money, and I want you to spend it on things that you actually like. Crazy, I know. You can achieve your financial goals while buying coffee. They're not mutually exclusive.
Okay, money. Let me take you through the myth of money. Money can actually build you. The money can also break you. The money can also define you, correct? Some talk about saving, some talk about giving, some talk about managing it, and so on and so forth. Now, the whole context of money, before you talk about the context of money, let me bring you deeper. You need to start off with neurofinance. What does your brain understand money? The neurofinance, what does the brain, the neuroplasticity of the brain, is connected with money somehow, right? The question is, what is that relationship? So you have to find out, is money a fame to you? Or money a shame to you? Or is money a freedom to you? Or money is a comfort? Or money is a safety to you? You need to understand what money means to you. As a licensed financial advisor and also as a financial coach, we usually need to understand what does money means to that particular person first, before we take on to the next step, how to deal with them. Yeah. Okay. Now that's the mind, right? Let me take you further on money in the context of the heart. Yeah. This is called neurofinance. What does money means to you? Then you have to bring money a little bit deeper to your heart. How do you feel about money? Does money means a very important value in your life? It is, but what really matters to you? Is it because it brings you more fame, or does it mean that it gives you a contentment of seeing your family having a good meal or stuff like that? So you have to find the value of money and how do you feel about money from the heart. That's one. The second one, you also feel what is the greatest return on the money you spend. For example, you have a good meal, a meal that you desire to eat, the lasagna of the Italian restaurant. You enjoy every meal, every bite of it. And then as you sit down and enjoy your cup of coffee, your cappuccino, your cafe, you will have that feeling called dopamine, or maybe you have that feeling called oxytocin, the happy hormones. Now, these happy hormones come in many technical names. Let's call it the happy hormones. And these happy hormones actually help you to feel better. So therefore, money is not only in the mind, the money is also in the heart. So you have to find out what does money means to you in the mind and what does money means to you in your heart, the value of the money. And the other thing is the return of investment. Spending a cup of spending a dollar, or spending a chunk of money on a good meal and you enjoy is a good spending. But spending on a pair of shoes that you never wear for 10 years, 20 years, or even 1 year during this kind of lockdown, it may not be a good return. So how do you feel about wasting the money by buying a shoe versus enjoying a good meal that you enjoy? So the feeling part of money is very important as well. The third part is actually spending money on something that you will cry about and something that you will laugh about. So money is not just an item, it also has a neurofinance and it also has a heart part of it. So you have to find out what does money really means to you and how do you make the best of the money. Do not be as a slave of money, but let the money be a slave to you.
Three simple steps to saving your money. Number 1 is why. Why are you saving your money? What is it for? You got to have a target for that money. Without it, you're not going to do it. Number 2, only spend between 10 to 15% of what you make. As you increase your income, the amount of money that you get to spend per month will increase, but maintain the 10 to 15% lifestyle. Number 3, and this is the one that people have the most problem with, and that is stop buying designer clothes to make yourself look rich, to impress people you don't like and don't care. Focus on getting rich before you look rich. Delay that instant gratification so you can become free.
Now this gentleman talks about money, or money, whatever it is still important. Yeah, he says about target and having objective, and that is very, very important as well. But what I want to take you through is a deeper meaning of wealth. having the purpose of wealth will take you very, very far, because purpose of wealth is the foundation of life to a certain level, right? So if you do not have a purpose, or you do not have a compass on your well-being process, whatever working hard, save all the money and all these things, it becomes mechanical. So every day wake up, go to work, earn some money, and that's it. Is there anything deeper than having wealth? Yes, you have to find out what the purpose of wealth for you means. Okay, the next one, he says about living within 10 to 15%. Well, it's good to live below your means, but the thing is, people are having a nice ice cream, but you're eating ice. Is that what you really want? Do you want to go to heaven and not tasting what ice cream really means? No. You know why? As a licensed financial advisor, we are talking about re-engineering your life to fulfill your dreams in your season as well as your future season. Yeah, that's what the job as a licensed advisor do. Now, important for you to understand your purpose of wealth. And the second thing is, living below your means is correct and is right, but does not mean you can deprive or taking care of this money-making machine called you. You are important as well. You need to take care of yourself. So in order to enjoy a good living expenses, you must put an inflationary measure on the budget. Slowly, surely, but not too much. Yeah. Example, you spend on a nice t-shirt that costs you $20 this year. So next year, as you increase your income, you can spend a t-shirt that's $25 or maybe $30 or whatsoever. This is fair because you are the most important money-making machine. You is a money-making machine for yourself. So different level of wealth, right? So do you understand the difference between richness, wealthy, prosperity, abundance, and so forth? Now you need to get to know the difference first. Now the third thing he mentioned is about delayed gratification. Yes, it's good to delay, but again, do not forget the most important asset-making machine called you. We are the money-making machine. So therefore, it's important for you to honor this money-making machine that's called you or me, you know. So how do you honor such a machine? You need to live within your means. At the same time, delay gratification. At the same time, you need to take care of this asset. So I would call it the play money. So set aside a comfortable budget of maybe 5-10% or even 3% play money. With that play money, you enjoy yourself. So the question is, how do you maximize that 5% that you have for yourself? Let's say the 5% is 50 ringgit or $50. How do you enjoy your max with the $50? Would you go for a movie or would you go for a massage? Which one help you in your mind context, your heart context, and give you the greatest return of investment, the greatest gratification, even though it's just $50? Now, that is what it means by taking care of yourself, the money-making machine, by enjoying your play money. If this video brought you any good value or value in any sense, do press the button, like and subscribe, and see you in the next video.